akisema kwamba kamati za bunge zinafaa kupiga teke swala la ufisadi bungeni, na ni swala ambalo limeweza kuzungumziwa mle nje, kusema kwamba bunge limekuwa likiongoza katika ufisadi, na hivyo anawaambia wabunge wenzake kwamba ama wabunge wa hapa kwamba kumekuwa na
ndio nyumba ya ufisadi. Anasema kwamba baadhi ya wabunge amepata kusikia mitaani kwamba hapa ndio nyumba ya ufisadi, hasa katika hizi kamati, na akawarai, akawaomba, akawaambia wakati umefika kuzipiga teke.
Na tunaarifiwa kwamba tunaye mwenyekiti wa kamati ya Leba ambaye ni mbunge wa Bura katika kaunti ya Tana River, Bwana Ali Wario, yuko na wenzetu Rashid Abdalla na Bwana Francis
Gini kuhakikisha kwamba hili swala atuone likijitokeza tena siku za usoni.
Kama kamati kwanza nakubaliana nawe kabisa Rashid.
Bungeni Nusra naongea. Kuna swala hili la kila mwaka tunaona wale wasichana wetu ambao wanaenda katika mataifa ya kigeni kufanya kazi kule nje, Saudi Arabia, Qatar na kwingineko, na tunafanya taarifa nyingi sana kuhusu mahangaiko yao. Kama kamati, mbona hamjaita wizara husika kuhakikisha kwamba wote ambao wanaenda kufanya kazi nje ya nchi wanajulikana walipo, kwa nani, kwa mshahara upi?
Asante sana. Kwa hakika hii ni swali nzuri. Tushaita wizara husika, tushasafiri katika hizo nchi. Lakini naomba tu Wakenya wafahamu jambo moja, kwamba kabla ya miaka 2017 hakuna makubaliano aina yoyote baina ya Kenya na hizi taifa. Sasa mtu wako akikwenda, anakwenda kupitia mawakala hapa bandia ambaye wenyewe hawajulikani waliko, hujui ni nani amepeleka nani nje, hujui mtu akipata shida utafuata vipi. Lakini leo nina furaha, manake tumefanya uthabiti mkubwa katika kuchunguza mwakala huyu anaishi wapi, ana ujuzi gani, kama kuna matatizo atapatikanwa vipi. Tukizungumza saa hizi agents wamepunguzwa kutoka 1600 mpaka 211. Hii 211 utakapokwenda kwa tavuti ya shirika ya wajiri taifani NEA, National Employment Authority, www.nea.go.ke, utapata hawa mawakala hawa walo sahihishwa wanapatikanwa pale.
Asante sana.
Na bila shaka tungependa kuzungumza mengi, lakini moja kwa moja kuweza kuangalia anachokizungumza sasa kiongozi wa chache bungeni John Badi, alafu baadaye tutarudi na wageni tofauti ambao ni wenyekiti wa kamati takriban 33 ambao tuko nazo. Watakuwa wanatueleza kuhusu mipango yao, lakini ni baada ya muda usio mrefu.
And indeed, this forum is long overdue, and it is my hope that this will be the first among many steps towards an open, transparent, and accountable parliament that would focus on the needs of the citizens. We all know that the legislature is the strongest link in strengthening democracy, since it is comprised of those whom the sovereign power of the people has been donated. We are aware that our Constitution, Article 1, bestows the sovereign power to the people, but that power is delegated to various organs. The executive power is delegated to the executive at the national and the county levels. The legislative power is delegated to the legislative arms of both the national parliament, that is Senate and National Assembly, and also the county assemblies. And again, of course, the judicial power is delegated to or donated to the judiciary. I would therefore like to commend the Liaison Committee, which is chaired by the Honorable Cheboy, for this important initiative and for the apt theme, demystifying the role of committees of the National Assembly. This is the starting point of explaining to the public that the work of members of parliament is not only being transacted at the plenary, but it is transacted more at the committees. I want to tell you that we all know that there are 3 functions of parliament, but we have since added a 4th one, especially with the presidential system: representation, legislation, oversight, but we have added budgeting as a 4th function. If you look at the way we transact business, especially in the presidential system, you'll realize that apart from legislation, which is transacted at the plenary, there are other functions are largely transacted at committees. It is the committees that the oversight function is exercised. It's the committees where representation role, because nowadays the executive is not residing in Parliament, and therefore for us to hold government to account in terms of oversighting and the role of exercising our representative role to stand in for our people is exercised more in the committees. Again, also the budgetary function of Parliament is over 70% concluded in committees, various departmental committees and the Budget and Appropriation Committee. And therefore, I'm delighted that members of the public and the stakeholders will be appraised on the work of parliamentary committees, which I hope will elicit constructive feedback and enhance public participation in parliamentary business. I hope this is going to be the starting point to enlighten the public so that we stop hearing members of the public saying that MPs are paid so much and they only work on Tuesdays afternoon, Wednesday in the morning for a few hours, and then Wednesday afternoon and Thursday afternoon, and paid so much. The members of the public need to know that a lot of work, including even the bills, are done at the committee stage, and plenary is just to approve, actually, the bills. We are also going to now demonstrate our work, and the public is now going to understand the work of Parliament even much more. I will tell you for a fact that these our committees have done so much, but it is not out there in the public, or at least it is not amplified. There are a lot of complaints about Parliament and what Parliament should do, and they have not done. But what Parliament has been able to achieve, is not given the same weight and attention. Let me just cite a few examples. When I came to Parliament in 2008, actually to be exact, from 15th of January 2008, and I sat in the Public Investment Committee. We had serious backlog in that committee of the audited accounts of various parastatals. Today, and Honorable Abdulsamad is here, he will confirm that Parliament over the years has been able to more or less be up. Public Accounts Committee is another example. There were years we were talking of backlogs dating back almost to 6 years. At the moment, I think Public Accounts Committee is almost up to date with the audited accounts. That, to me, is an achievement. If it were committees of Parliament, I would tell you that the money that was being paid for Waraka land would have been sanitized by this House. But that was rejected by the Budget Committee and the departmental committees oversighting that ministry when it was brought by the Treasury to sanitize it through supplement.
So there are members who will go before they go out. Those are late members. Most of them are former members. And this is good that you have recognized and given them a slot. They would hardly get this kind of a slot elsewhere. So I thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is one thing that you'll say in years to come. You have also recognized that devolution is working. And you have also made sure that we invite the members of the county assemblies who are supposed to be our partners. By the way, they have nowhere else that they can benchmark better than benchmarking with their bigger brother, the National Assembly. Because whatever they are doing is exactly what we are doing here. When they represent well, let me not go that direction. But I'm saying it is good that you did that, Mr. Speaker. Now, coming back to committees, I want to say that the major reason why we have this function today is so that we can showcase things that probably Kenyans and our electorates do not know that we do. I'll give just a very quick one. For example, I do not think the Kenyan public knows that the current Public Accounts Committee has brought the audited reports up to date. Up to date. And that is key. It is key for Kenyans because if it is up to date, it means, therefore, the counties are getting a little more than they should get. Because if we had stopped somewhere in 2013, probably the amounts that they would be getting would be based on the audited reports of 2013, and therefore they will be earning a little less. Of course, the Kenyans would know that the National Assembly was arguing with the Senate about how much were to go to the counties, but they would not know that, what I've said. But I'm sure after today, they will be able to know that the Public Accounts Committee and the committee system in Parliament is doing very well. So it's like I finished what I wanted to say. The committee chairs will be saying they have done. I picked on the Public Accounts Committee, Mr. Speaker, because the chair of that particular committee is not in with us today, but the deputy chair is here. But definitely, that is one of the achievements that we've had. So let me go to the former members of parliament and introduce them, because we would be happy when we'll be former, we also get introduced, rather than told, for example, stand, put your hands up, and sit down. I have once lost an election. If there is anything more humiliating, there cannot be anything more humiliating than that. Being asked to stand, and we lost at the same time with Honorable Jimmy Nuru Angwenyi, and you can imagine a grandfather of the house being told to stand up and put your hands up. The public do not know whether he is being told to surrender or whatever else. So it is important we give opportunity. Seated there, of course, is Honorable Gitu Wakahengeri. Gitu Wakahengeri, as I introduce him, is a Mau Mau fighter, independence fighter, and he was here in 1969. In 1969, hiyo miguu zake zilikuwa zimekanyaga hapa. We have Honorable, that is a long name, Honorable Wilson Gregory George Ndenge. There are many things that you can Ndenge, but it's of
lingua, they will understand each other. But I'm happy because we do not have the executive in the House. And this committee was born out of the concern that committees cannot become talking shops. Recommendations must be implemented. We needed a mechanism through which decisions of the House are responded to within time frames that are indicated. The Assembly will enhance its commitment to ensuring continuous to address any inherent weaknesses, other policy and legislative challenges. Of course, one of the peculiarities of Kenya is that the term reform is associated only with passing of laws. In fact, the most important reforms are those needed without new laws, but in work practices and procedures. In this regard, I'm extremely delighted at the advance these committees are made thus far through streamlining of their processes. And the achievements are worth emulating in other government institutions.
Kie moja kwa moja bila mtu wa kuambia amesema hivi, amesema hivi, amesema hivi. Kwa hiyo nawatia moyo sana. Si lugha ngumu hata kidogo. Na hata katibu wa bunge hajakosea kuwapa kamusi ya Kiswahili kwa Kiswahili. Ndio yenyewe hasa. Ukitaka kujifunza lugha yoyote, lazima upate kamusi ya lugha hiyo hiyo. Ni mara chache sana ulazimike kwenda nje, lakini hiyo hiyo ya Kiswahili kwa Kiswahili ndio yenyewe kabisa. Ni kama ukitaka kujifunza Kiingereza, lazima uwe na kamusi ya Kiingereza kwa Kiingereza. Ndio utajifunza vizuri zaidi lugha ile. Kwa hiyo nawatia moyo muendelee katika hatua hiyo, ni jambo jema. Hivi sasa kinatumika kwenye matangazo ya vyombo vikubwa vya habari vya mataifa mbalimbali. Voice of America wanazo program za Kiswahili. Radio ya Ujerumani Deutsche Welle, BBC wanazo, RFI Radio France International wanazo, Radio China wanazo na kadhalika. Lakini pia tujue kwamba Kiswahili sasa kinatumika kama lugha mojawapo muhimu na rasmi katika Jumuiya ya Kusini ya Afrika SADC. Katika African Union ni moja ya official languages katika African Union, Kiswahili. Lakini pia katika bunge la Afrika, Pan African Parliament, Kiswahili ni mojawapo ya lugha rasmi kabisa. Lakini pia kwenye jumuiya yetu ya Afrika ya Mashariki, Kiswahili ni moja ya lugha rasmi. Ndio maana nikajenga ule msingi wa kwamba kwa kweli Kiswahili hakikwepeki kwa sasa hivi katika eneo letu hasa la Afrika Mashariki. Tutaka kufanikiwa katika kufanya mambo, ni vizuri ukajua vizuri sana Kiingereza, lakini ni vizuri ukajua Kiswahili angalau cha kunywea maji ili uweze kuwasiliana na kufanikiwa katika mambo yoyote yale ambayo unayafanya. Ningependa tena kwa mara nyingine kukupongeza Mheshimiwa Spika Turi.
Mimi ni member wa Kadui.
Yes, thank you. Now, kuna members wa budget, tafadhali msimame tafadhali budget, because the chair is not here. Budget members. Now I will have mimi sitakuwa na namna ya kuwatambua kwa sababu chairman ndio anawajua majina. But of course nina ketini tafadhali, asante. Wale wa CDF tafadhali. CDF. Pia mnawaona wako hapo. And then kuna mambo ya appointment committee, hizo zingine tutazungumza kesho. So ni asante sana, Mungu awabariki. Na kwa unyenyekevu nataka kuomba sasa kumkaribisha speaker wetu kwa unyenyekevu ili atuongoze kwa ile hali ya kuzindua rasmi. So I think we will go down, Honorable Speaker. We come down. You can proceed.
Naona naibu spika amelemewa. Ningependa kualika wageni wetu wote wakiongozwa na Mheshimiwa Spika Justin Muturi. Tafadhali mteremke pale chini katika harakati ya uzinduzi wa mikataba mbalimbali ya bunge la kitaifa. So that is the chairperson's manual.